All right, we're having fun with microcontrollers being programmed by AI. This is just a ESP32 with a, I think it's 2.8 inch display. Sorry, upset 2.4, 240 by 320. A lot of wires. We got to have a full SD card, USB-C, lights, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, all that stuff. So I told Grok AI what I had in hardware, and I wanted to use Arduino and write code that used my Open Weather Map API to pull the information over to the screen, and it said, sure, let's code it. Boom, and it gave me all the code to set up, which I did. It's in my Arduino IDE. This is a console running. It's just giving me information on what it's doing in the background. It wrote all that code. I didn't have to do any of it. I had Grok make the images for sunny, rainy, cloudy, and nighttime. We'll add the moon phases for the night later. I'll have to work on that, but not today. So this is working, and it was, as much as it was great that it did it, the screen isn't behaving properly, and it couldn't indent. Even though I read the code, it couldn't indent these lines over a little bit. And it couldn't move it up to the top with one blank line, and then like Anaheim and another blank line, and temperature, and so it couldn't spread them out. It just kind of landed here. I was able to tell it, make these font size 3, make these font size 2. That worked. And then I ran that for a few hours, and I came back and I said, I want to know when sunset is. It's in the API. So I asked it to code it, and it said, sure. So it added sunset time, which is already passed. It's 9:04 right now. The refresh is every 60 minutes after it's powered on. Well, when it's powered on, it pulls the API data for the current weather at that time. And then it waits an hour, and it'll pull it again. So the time won't change. I'm sorry, not the time. The weather won't change for an hour unless I reboot it. Then it'll do it again and pull the current time. We don't want to do too many API calls out to the free service we're getting the data from. So 1 hour is sufficient. And then later on, I thought, this thing grabs data off the internet, and this thing can run a web page. Let me ask Grok if it can build a web page with even more information and pull the graphics. And it said, sure, here's your code. And I was like, whoa, that's cool. So I loaded the cool on it. I loaded the code on it. And check this out. Web page. Even paying homage to Grok3 at the bottom. So I'm having a blast with this, building stuff. This whole thing is done on and off in a day. I imagine I spent five or so hours on it, just tinkering on and off during the day. I'm building a 3D printed case for it right now. I've got part of it here, the lid, but not the rest of it. I kind of started it, but then I changed the design a little bit. This is going to go on top, something like that. Looks like an old television set, doesn't it? Just my style. Anyways, we're having a blast here, letting AI do all the programming. I didn't do any of it. I just told it what I needed. Really cool. Have a great day.